Good morning, it's Janette here, and this is Behind the Scenes with Janette, the very real look into my life as a caregiver and mediapreneur and the balancing act. So today we're talking more as a caregiver because I'm back in the hospital from early in the morning. I will be here, I don't know how long, at least 13 hours today. My mom's got to have another blood transfusion. This time it didn't even last 3 months. So like sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes it's 6 months. But in this case, it's a lot to manage, and I want to talk to you about managing a business, a career, and being a caregiver all at once. Because some of you are probably going through this in the sandwich generation, and obviously it's usually the women in the family that take care of the elderly, the daughters, right? So I do take care of my mother. I share some of that responsibility with other family, my sister, but majority lately has also fallen on me, to the point where I'm only working now 30 to 35 hours a week on my business. And in those 30 to 35 hours, I gotta fit in everything: marketing, sales, calls, networking, team meetings, filming, editing. It's a lot, but so is managing my mother, which is cooking, cleaning, laundry, managing her health care, managing her medical appointments, managing her doctors, managing her medication, managing her nurse, managing her PSW, managing her finance, like everything. And I'm doing a pretty good job of it. It's not easy, but we're back at the hospital today because her hemoglobin's low again and she needs another blood transfusion. So I've been dealing with that. I was basically up all night again, watching over her, as the doctor said that I had to watch her breathing, her heart, a number of other things, or she could wind up dying in the middle of the night again. This is the second time I've done this. And this is following the day of Yom Kippur, which is the most important day in the Jewish calendar, the Day of Atonement. And my mother was always fasting, and like her whole life since she was about 12. Now she's very elderly, she's sick. The doctor had a whole conversation with her about why she could not fast, and if she did fast and not take her meds, she would wind up in big trouble and or dead. Did she pay attention? We had a lot of battling to get her to eat something and take her pills. But in the Jewish religion, in the Torah, there are exemptions for fasting. And one of them is, for medical purposes or health or elderly or pregnancy. And it's actually a sin to go ahead with fasting if you have any of those conditions. So we had explained this to her, and I remind her that she wasn't doing anything against Judaism to have to eat a little something and take her pills. Everything else was perfectly maintained for Yom Kippur. We watched the services together. I did everything with her. So I just want to give you an insight into my life and what it's been like for the last, probably 8.5 months since last December. And I know you know what it's like if you're a daughter managing all this, and you're also trying to take care of your family and take care of your business and do everything. It's tough, and I don't sleep a lot, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a night for months now. My own health is suffering. That's what happens. Caregiver burnout is real. We put ourselves last, but it's not always the best thing. We need to find a way to manage, whether it's through support systems of extended care, like in our communities, or services that also help. I do look into those as well. I hope you are too. I just want to let you know this is what it's like. And if you're dealing with it too, I totally sympathize with you. So thanks for joining me today. This is Janette Behind the Scenes. I have a lot more coming up. and hopefully everything's going to be okay. I'll check in another time 13 hours later. So it's Janette again. It's almost 4 o'clock. Still in the hospital. Been here since about 9 a.m. Been up since about 5 a.m. Got about another 4 hours to go till this blood transfusion is done. This happens every couple months. So I go through this every couple of months where I spend the whole night up watching over my mother, making sure her heart doesn't stop, and then getting her here to the hospital to get the blood transfusion in time because it becomes critical because her hemoglobin falls really low. So it's been a really long day, and yeah, I'm exhausted. I think if I've had maybe 3 hours of sleep, including the hour I just nodded off in the chair beside her bed here in the hospital, be a lot. Anyway, the good news is she'll go home today, which is great. It will be late though. It'll be between 8 and 10 p.m. So this is life as a caregiver, behind the scenes with Janette. As I, balance everything out between running a business as a mediapreneur and being a caregiver full-time, or at least most of the time, to my mom. It's a lot. And even with the help we get, which is a little bit from the government PSWs and the cleaning lady once every couple of weeks, it's not enough help. I need more help. I'm going to have to look at hiring maybe a PSW more, since my mother refuses to go into a retirement home and has not been accepted into long-term care where there's extremely long wait lists. And she doesn't even want to go anyway. She wants to stay where she is. I'm just making these videos because I want to tell you that burnout is real. Many of us women have it. And we need to remember that we need some time for ourselves and to take care of ourselves too, because if we don't, we're the ones who wind up sick. Whether it's from stress in our nerves, or rashes or whatever, or sleep deprivation that can never be regained, lowered immune system, or maybe even ignoring our own health conditions, missing doctor's appointments and what have you, guilty as charged because I've been busy with other things or prioritizing my mother. But we're important too. We need to ask for help. We need to remember to take some time for ourselves too, right? And it's not a shame to ask for help. It's not a shame also to do everything yourself. You don't have to do everything yourself. So I've learned that the hard way, and I'm just sharing that with you. Anyway, join me again for a behind the scenes look at my life. This is Behind the Scenes with Janette, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.